Hi guys, Daz here with another episode of my showcase series. And this time is episode 48. And tonight I'm going to be showcasing the Iron Man key issue comic books in my personal collection. I have amassed quite a few good ones over the years. Iron Man is one of my favourite characters. Now, like I said before, on my community page I usually run polls, but I'm running out of categories, guys. So Iron Man is what we are left with. And then I'm going to be going into Silver Age keys, Bronze Age keys, and Modern Age random keys. So it's going to be a lot to look forward to. Let's get into the Iron Man books with my earliest Iron Man issue. You know me, I only deal in keys. This is Iron Man, or Invincible Iron Man, issue 27. And this is the first appearance of Firebrand, and that is Gary Gilbert. Paid £4 for this. It's pretty low grade, but I picked this up in early last year, the 1st of February actually. Crikey, I do miss that con. I picked that up in Cheltenham at the True Believers con. For my UK subscribers, if you've ever down this way, check out that con. It is bang for your buck. It's just about comics really, you know. We don't get sidetracked. There's not a lot of cosplay. It's just basically comics, and there's some creators there as well to get your book signed. Moving on from that, it's a really undervalued book in my opinion, and this is Invincible Iron Man issue 28, and this is a very nice copy, very nice. And I got this for free. The wife bought this for me for Christmas in 2019. This is the first appearance, of course, of Howard Anthony Stark from the MCU, Iron Man's dad. Appeared in so many of the movies, also appeared in Agent Carter, the TV show. It's also the first appearance of Meredith McCall. Like I say, a very undervalued book in my opinion. I think I actually, when I did use the wife's money, I purchased this for £15.80, which is an absolute steal. Could well be a 7+, this book. Very nice. Okay, moving on. We have Invincible Iron Man issue 33. And this is the first appearance of a character called the Spy Master, and that is Ted Calloway. Also the first appearance of the Espionage Elite Group, and the first appearance of number 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. I paid £5 for this. Like I said, same con, True Believers in Cheltenham, and that was on the 1st of February last year. Now, there was talk or rumours at one point that Spy Master was going to be in the Black Widow movie, because a toy came out regarding the Black Widow movie. But time will tell. Either way, another character in my encyclopedia ticked off. This is a pretty nice key, this next one. This is Iron Man issue 54. Looks really nice in the Mylar. It's mid-grade, probably in the 4 kind of range. I paid £10 for this. This is the first appearance of Madame McEvil, Heather Douglas, daughter of Drax, later referred to by the name Moondragon. This book can go for some serious coin on a good day. So to get it for a tenner, happy days. That was in the middle of 2018 at the local antique centre. It's also the first Thanos war story. Lovely cover from Gil Kane. Look at that. Wow. And Thanos makes his first appearance, of course, in the next issue, 55, which is a humongous book. And I just happened to have it. This was the first ever big purchase that I picked up. And I remember being so nervous. I paid £200 for it. And it's probably in the 3 to 4.0 range. There's a bit of spine roll, but it presents nicely with a cleanup. Iron Man issue 55, guys. Yeah, I just love this issue. It's a pence copy, but even pence copies go pretty darn high in value. Like we say, we got a bit of spine wear down here, but like I say, I paid £200 for this. That's the most I've ever, well, until my recent Clone Wars 1 pickup. This was the most I'd ever spent on a book, and it remained that way from the middle of 2018. And the only reason I really bought it at the time was my good friend Lee allowed me to pay in installments. So I would go along every now and again, pay off a little bit of it, and he would hold the book for me. And it's a great issue, isn't it? First appearance of Thanos, first appearance of Drax the Destroyer, first appearance of Star Fox, and Star Fox is rumoured to be appearing in a future MCU film or TV show. He was going to be in the Eternals, but they've stopped that, I think. Star Fox is Eros. Also the first appearance of the Blood Brothers, first appearance of Mentor, Kronos, the Rockleyites, and Thanos would next send the Controller to attack the Avengers in Captain Marvel issue 28. Just a fantastic issue, guys. We're skipping a bit now from 55 to the anniversary issue, and this is issue 100. And I picked this up in the Malt House in Stroud at the time, £2.78. I've spoke about this trip. I picked up so many great keys that day, all for under £3, including Uncanny X-Men 266, including a load of early Avengers, including Avengers 47 and 48. It was a crazy day. This is probably around about a 6.0. Happy days. Just an iconic cover. Moving on. Next issue, 101. And this is the first appearance of Dreadnought. Dreadnought, who is Bram Velsing. We're into the Bronze Age now. That's a classic cover. £2.58 from this one. On another trip to Stroud. Issue 109 is the first appearance of Vanguard, who is Nikolai Krylenko. It's also the first appearance of the 5th Crimson Dynamo, who is Dmitry Bukharin. I'd like to get the first appearance of the Crimson Dynamo. He's in a Tales of Suspense early issue, and I like Tales of Suspense. And like I say, £2.58 for that one as well. Up next, issue 114. Nice sense copy, this one. This is the first appearance of Arsenal, a robot developed by Allied World War II scientists, including Howard Stark, Tony's father. £2 for that one in Stroud. Love these covers. Very nice key next. This is going to be very hot when Armory Wars comes to Disney Plus, the War Machine TV show. This is Invincible Iron Man issue 118. And this, of course, is the first appearance of James Rhodey Rhodes, who will eventually become War Machine. Rhodes becomes a major supporting character for the series and a temporary successor to the role of Iron Man, of course. Great issue. And of course, War Machine was last seen in the first episode of The Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Paid £12.25 for that. And it's probably around about 6.0. And I do believe that this book will easily pass 50 when that show comes out. Up next, issue 126. And this is the first appearance of Ling McPherson, a character in my encyclopedia, I believe. And this is The Demon in a Bottle, Part 7. Up next is an absolutely iconic cover, guys. It's pretty, well, it presents nicely, but there's just a bit of corner damage. We know the book. Look at this one. It's a classic cover, isn't it? Iron Man 128. Now here's the issue I'm talking about. I paid £10 for it, so I'm not out of pocket too much. But of course, this is an iconic story as Tony Stark confronts his problem with alcoholism. And this is The Demon in the Bottle, Part 9. I sold off a lot of the Demon in the Bottle run. It's a classic cover from Bob Layton. And the last page of this issue has a piece of strewn paper that says, "So long, JR. This is the last issue at this time for artist John Romita Jr." Okay, and the bottom of the liquor bottle pictured on the cover of this issue says, "Coming soon, Jerry Bingham." Bingham would replace John Romita Jr. as Iron Man's regular artist in Iron Man issue 131. Now this was ranked number 41 in Wizard Magazine's list of 100 best single issue comics since you were born. So I had to pick it up for a tenner, didn't I? Full of information that nobody really cares about. But a tenner for that one. Another classic cover now. is issue 150. This is a recent upgrade. Picked this one up in Western Supermare for £1.19. Bargain. Classic battle of Iron Man and Doctor Doom. And just a great issue. Special double-sized 150th anniversary issue. Up next, issue 163. And this is the first cameo appearance of Obadiah Stane. And he was later to become the Ironmonger. Of course, he was the villain of the Iron Man 1 movie. £1.50 for that. It's an undervalued book in my opinion. Moving on. 194 is the first appearance of Scourge. It's also the first appearance of Alice Nugent, The Death of the Enforcer as well. £2.58 for that. Issue 200 is the first appearance of Knight and the first appearance of Iron Man's Silver Centurion armor, which was shown in Iron Man 3. And it is the first appearance and death of Obadiah Stane as Ironmonger. Okay, so I've showed you the issue where he first appears. This is him as Ironmonger. Nice key next. Hated the villain though, I've got to be honest guys. Of all the MCU villains, this one had to be the worst. Iron Man, issue 219. Now I've got no problem with them making the Ghost a female, but there was just not enough action for me. It was one of the weaker MCU films, and hence I've only seen it once, and I've usually seen most of them a lot more times. I paid £7 for this, the first appearance of the Ghost, and like I said, in the Ant-Man and the Wasp movie. So yeah, not a bad pickup for £7, I think. I picked that up in Birmingham, I believe. Yeah, at one of the cons. Up next is a recent pickup because I've been watching Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. This character, or this villain, was in Season 1 and in Season 2. This is Iron Man issue 223. And the first appearance of the second Blizzard was Donnie Gill. And Donnie Gill was like a college student who obviously became a bit frosty. And yeah, paid £4.66 for that recently. Like I said, enjoying Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. I'm surprised by that because I didn't get on with it at all the first time round. You go in, you're expecting so many superheroes, and it was a bit more grounded based, wasn't it, with a lot of the agents. Okay, up next, Iron Man 227. This is a fun issue because this is the first appearance of Hulk Hogan, Terrence Gene Bollea, and it's also the first appearance of Donald Trump in comics. So bang for your buck in this issue. Paid £2.95 for it, and yeah, just happy because of course we're getting a Hulk Hogan movie, so this book might actually gain some steam. Of course, Chris Hemsworth is playing Hulk Hogan, and he's really beefed up now. He was big before, but my word. Up next, Iron Man 230, and this is the first appearance of the villain Firepower, who was Jack Taggart, and he was in Iron Man 3. £1 for that one in Birmingham. Nice key next. Issue 281. Pick this one up for £1 in Western on that massive pound haul. This, of course, is the first appearance of Tony Stark's War Machine armor, a heavy artillery suit. We've seen it so many times in the MCU. Now, Tony dons the armor and refers to himself as Iron Man, so we're not getting War Machine. Now, it's also the first appearance of the Masters of Silence team and its members Lightning, Thunder and Wind. Great iconic cover again for me. And I've just spoke about War Machine. Let's get the big fella out here. This is Iron Man issue 282. First cover appearance of the War Machine armor. Tony Stark actually wears the War Machine armor in this issue though. And I actually got this signed by the cover artist and penciler Kevin Hopgood. And that was in February of 2018, again at the True Believers Con in Cheltenham. Paid £18 for this. I actually bought it and then got it signed the same day. Happy days. Moving on, we have another anniversary issue, this time Iron Man 300. And again, this is the first appearance of Iron Man's Iron Legion group. You know, we've seen the Iron Legion in Iron Man 3 and the Avengers Age of Ultron movie. First appearance of Iron Man's modular suit. This is the newsstand edition. Again, it is signed by Kev Hopgood. And let's get it out to show you guys. There we go. That is me and Kev at the con. Getting my book signed. I love doing that, getting the photos, you know, in with the celebs, as I call it. Up next, this is a cheeky little find in a charity shop. This is Iron Man issue 304 for 99 pence. Of course, this is the first appearance of Iron Man's Hulkbuster armour to challenge the Hulk. So it, Age of Ultron and then in Infinity War. Includes trading cards in this issue as well. Pretty low grade though, can't complain for 99p. Then we skip way forward to issue 500. And this is the first appearance of Virginia Ginny Stark. This is the variant cover, £1 for this one in Birmingham. Of course, Ginny Stark is the futuristic daughter of Tony. Picked this up in November 2018. Then we're on to the next volume of The Invincible Iron Man. This is issue number 9. And this is the first appearance of Winter Guard, which is like a group of villains, I believe. It's also the first appearance of Mandarin's Army of Mercenaries. £2 for that one in 8-Bit Planet. And I showed that shop 8-Bit Planet in just last week, I think, in the on one of my Bristol hunting adventures. So then we have Iron Man issue 20. And this is the first appearance of the Exile, Victor Cole, an Inhuman hand-selected by the Nightbringer, one of Mandarin's rings, one of the Mandarin's rings to be the host. And this character appeared in an animated show that I was watching. I think it was the Secret Warriors animated show, which was pretty cool actually. £2.95 for that, early 2020. Then we're getting on to the next run of Invincible Iron Man, and we start with issue 8. And this is another character that I've just been watching, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. until she met her demise. The first appearance of Victoria Hand, an agent of S.H.I.E.L.D. who also worked for Norman Osborn's Hammer. So it's the first appearance of Agent Perry, Agent Walsh. It's a Dark Reign tie-in and paid £2.99 for that. Victoria Hand was in charge of Coulson's little group. Okay, moving on from issue 8 to a pretty key book. Issue 10. Picked this up in Worcester. Just came back from Worcester on yesterday actually. Guys, stay tuned. I have picked up a couple of cracking books. One's a bit of a grail for me. So stay tuned for my next haul. £2.50 for this. This is the first cameo appearance of Rescue. Obviously Virginia Pepper Potts, who donned the armour in Iron Man 3 and then more recently in Endgame. And the actress Gwyneth Paltrow has said she would return now after initially saying that she would not. And moving on from issue 10, we have issue 11 and the first full appearance of Rescue. Again, £2.50. You can't go wrong for those kind of prices for nice keys, can you? And then we move on to the next volume of Invincible Iron Man and a couple of big books at the moment. This is Invincible Iron Man issue 7. I paid £1.34 for this nice minty copy. That was in, like I said, Cheltenham, True Believers. Check it out, guys. Great one. It's the first cameo appearance of Riri Williams, who later becomes Ironheart, of course. It's also the first appearance of Tomo, an Inhuman who manipulates machinery through technopathy. Nice Mike Deodato Jr. cover. This is the first printing. The second printing has her face in the little circle at the bottom, I believe. And the even bigger book, Invincible Iron Man issue number 9. Paid £8 for this in November of 2018. I also picked up another copy for about 20 in Worcester a little while ago and sold it for 50 plus. This is the first full appearance of Riri Williams, who suits up in armour but not Ironheart armour, okay? Also the first appearance of Eric Lynch. It's the Road to the Civil War 2 tie-in. Again, a Mike Deodato Jr. cover. Like I said, this book is just going to continue to climb as we are getting an Ironheart Disney Plus show. And the final Iron Man book I will show you guys tonight is Iron Man Hong Kong Heroes. And it is the first appearance of this character, but I don't think she was ever named, so I can't tell you who that is. But this was a one-shot. I picked it up for cover price in Cheltenham. And that is the variant edition. That is why I picked that one up, because she's on the cover as well. I think the character is related to one of the Disney rides now as well. So that's it, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. Some crackers there. Of course, the big one being First Appearance of Thanos. Thanks, and stay tuned, as like I say, I'm going to move on to random bronze, silver, and modern age bronze Marvel books. Still plenty to come. Bye for now.